Rock is back. 8-division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios.
Legendary.
Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights. Pacquiao versus Barrios, Saturday live on PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime Video.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents our ceremonial weigh-in for tomorrow's legendary event. We see WBC World Champion Mario Barrios defend his world title against the Hall of Famer Manny Pacman Pacquiao. The event is brought to you by TGB Promotions in association with MP Promotions, Samson Boxing, No Limit Boxing, and the Rose Brothers and Mayweather Promotions. Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, The Crown is Yours, and Universal Pictures Nobody 2, only in theaters August 15th. Now, before we get to our pay-per-view card, we have an exciting PBC Prime Video prelims starting tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 p.m. Pacific. Let's get started with 10 rounds with the WBC Continental America Super Featherweight World Title. First up to the stage with a record of 21 victories, 13 by knockout. Opposite of 2 defeats and 2 draws, representing Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Coming off 5 straight victories, here is Jorge Mata. And now we welcome his opponent, coming in with a record of 27 victories, 18 by knockout, and just 2 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Tagbilaran, Bohol City, Philippines. He is a former world champion. Here is Mark Magnifico Magsayo. All right, we are now ready for our fighters to step onto the scale. Once again, out of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Jorge Mata. $129 on the dot, $129 for Mata. And now, proudly representing the Philippines, the former world champion, Mark Magnifico Magsayo. Also, $129 for Magsayo. This is 10 rounds, WBC Continental America Super Featherweight World Title. Mark Magnifico Magsayo versus Jorge Mata. This will open up our PBC on Prime Video prelims. All right, we are now set for our next bout. This one will be 10 rounds in the super bantamweight division. First up to the stage with a record of 15 victories, 9 by knockout, opposite of 4 defeats and 2 draws. Out of Osaka, Japan, the former world title challenger, Konosuke Kameda. And now we welcome his opponent, undefeated, 31 victories, 17 by knockout, no defeats and 1 draw. Proudly representing Mexico City, he is a highly touted contender, damas y caballeros, David Rey Picasso. All right, first onto the scale, once again from Japan, Konosuke Kameda. (126) 126 pounds for Kameda. And now we welcome David Rey Picasso. $125.8 for the contender Picasso. Ten rounds in the super bantamweight division. David Rey Picasso taking on Konosuke Kameda. Once again, this bout is a part of our PBC Prime Video Prelims. All right, we now move on to 10 rounds in the lightweight division. First up to the stage with 15 victories, 11 by knockout, opposite of 2 defeats and 1 draw. Representing Reynoso, Tamaulipas, Mexico, he is the hard-hitting Hugo Castañeda. And now we welcome the man coming in with the record of 31 victories, 18 by knockout, and just 2 defeats. Representing Capitol Heights, Maryland, from acclaimed boxing family and longtime former world champion, here is the return of Gary Russell Jr. All right, now first up onto our scales, once again, the hard-hitting Hugo Castañeda. $135.8, 135.8 for Castañeda. And now let's welcome the former world champion, Gary Russell Jr. $131.6, 131.6 for Russell. This is 10 rounds in the lightweight division. Gary Russell Jr. versus Hugo Castañeda. This is our featured bout for our PBC Prime Video Prelims. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our PBC Prime Video Prelims start tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 p.m. Pacific. Now, I'll turn things over to the legendary Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Thank you, Miguel Flores. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to the world-famous MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime weigh-in for our big night of action taking place tomorrow night right here, featuring the main event of the evening for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World, Pacquiao versus Barrios. And our big night of action is all brought to you by MP Promotions along with TGB Promotions, and it is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, The Crown is Yours, and by Universal Pictures, Nobody 2, only in theaters August the 15th. Well, fans, our opening pay-per-view attraction features fighters in the featherweight division for the WBA title eliminator. 12 rounds of boxing. Let's bring our fighters to the stage at this time. First, from Los Angeles, California, he is the world-ranked featherweight. Please welcome to the stage, Joet Gonzalez. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, joins us from Weslaco, Texas. He is the two-division world champion. Please welcome the Heartbreaker, Brandon Figueroa. And looks like our fighters are almost ready to step onto the scale. Let's bring them to the scale at this time. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA featherweight title eliminator. Weight limit on this fight is a very strict 126 pounds. First, ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 27 wins and 4 losses, he has 15 knockouts. Please welcome the iron-chinned former world title challenger, Joet Gonzalez. Joet Gonzalez weighs in at 125 pounds, 125 pounds. And his opponent with a record of 25 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw with 19 knockouts, the former super bantamweight and former featherweight champion of the world, the Heartbreaker, Brandon Figueroa. Brandon Figueroa weighs in right at the limit of 126 pounds, 126. Bringing our fighters together to face off. Once again, this opens up PBC Pay-Per-View on a Prime show, 12 rounds, WBA featherweight title eliminator, Brandon Figueroa versus Joet Gonzalez. It's going to be a war opening up our pay-per-view on Prime. Now let's hear more from our fighters. Hand the microphone over to hear from them, multi-talented boxing broadcaster and ring announcer Miguel Flores.
Joet, thank you for joining me. This is a big fight tomorrow against a former world champion. He's been a contender for a long time, been a champion for a while. What does it mean to you to step into the ring against a guy of that caliber?
No, it just shows that I belong at this level, at this stage, and tomorrow night I'm going to prove that.
What can fans expect from Joet Gonzalez, and how do you pull off the upset?
You know, I'm just going to come with everything. I trained really hard for this fight. I'm ready, and I'm coming to win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Joet Gonzalez. And now we'll bring over the Heartbreaker, Brandon Figueroa. Brandon, it's great to have you back. Obviously, the last time out wasn't up to your standard. How do you bounce back tomorrow night to get back into world title contention?
Great team, great training camp. I'm just excited to be back, baby. Gonna be active this year and can't wait to let my hands go.
Joet Gonzalez, obviously looking as the underdog. He's hungry. He has not been in your shoes before. How do you shut the door early tomorrow?
I gotta do what I gotta do best and go out there and fight my heart out and showcase the fans that I belong back at the world champion status, and I'm here, man. I'm here to make great fights, and I'm just so excited.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the Heartbreaker, Brandon Figueroa.
Reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, our pay-per-view event starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 p.m. in the Eastern time zone. Make sure to join us once again, PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime. Truly a star-studded event, and we're just about ready to bring our fighters out for our second pay-per-view event from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Once again, Premier Boxing Champions presents our next fight. It's a special attraction in the super lightweight division. Let's bring our fighters to the stage at this time. First, from Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. He is the super lightweight contender, the battle-ready Omar Salcido. And we're ready to bring out his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Mexico City, La Ciudad de Mexico. Popular former WBA super lightweight world champion, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Let's bring our fighters to the scale at this time. We're scheduled 10 rounds of boxing, super lightweight special attraction. First, with a record of 20 wins and 2 losses. He has 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He's a super lightweight warrior, best known for his recent knockout win over Chris Colbert. Please welcome Omar Salcido. 139.4 pounds, 139.4 pounds for Omar Salcido. And now here he is, ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 27-3-1 with 18 knockouts, a world-ranked contender, former WBA super lightweight world champion, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. 138.8 pounds, 138.8 pounds. Let's bring our fighters together to face off. I've just been informed and confirmed that this fight will be 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC Interim Super Lightweight World Title. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC Interim Super Lightweight World Title. 10 rounds. Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Omar Salcido. Let's hear from both of our fighters. Once again, handed over to Miguel Flores.
Omar, you have a massive opportunity in front of you. You were on this card, but your opponent was not going to be Pitbull. You got the call earlier today. When you got that opportunity, what went through your head and why did you jump at the chance?
Bueno, qué oportunidad masiva, ¿no? Pasaste de estar en las preliminares a una pelea por el título con Pitbull Cruz. ¿Qué pasó por tu cabeza cuando escuchaste que ibas a tener esta chance única?
No, pues me puse muy contento, muy feliz. Creo que es una oportunidad que desde que iniciamos en el boxeo, los boxeadores, es lo que buscamos, una oportunidad así. Se me llegó y creo que no hay casualidad, ¿no? Dios me puso aquí por algo y Hermosillo tendrá nuevo campeón. Primero Dios.
Well, this is what I've been looking for ever since I started. I think it's what every fighter looks for ever since we started in boxing. So now I'm really happy, I'm really motivated, and I'll tell you what, you're going to have a new champion come Saturday night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Omar Salcido. And now I'll welcome Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And Isaac, obviously I'm sure you're disappointed. You were looking forward all week to the rematch with Fierro. Obviously he had to take care of what he had to take care of and hope all the health for him. But new opponent, does anything change for you tomorrow night?
La decepción seguramente de no tener a Fierro como oponente es entendible, pero a la misma vez, ¿qué te genera el tener a este nuevo oponente, este nuevo rival y con el título en juego, no?
Bueno, antes que nada, agradecerle, darle el respeto a Salcido por salvar la función, mi pelea. Y bueno, yo no peleo con antiprofesionales que trae Robert García y yo no peleo con un antiprofesional y le agradezco a Salcido y vamos por ese campeonato por el cual estuvimos trabajando y le agradezco a toda la hermosa gente que se vino a dar cita para apoyarme, a mi esposa y a mi equipo de trabajo.
Well, first of all, you know, I want to thank all the wonderful fans that have come out here to see me. That's, you know, it really means a lot. And when it comes to Salcido, I want to thank him for taking this fight and accepting it in short notice. He saved the fight, he saved the card, so I'm really appreciative of that. And as far as Fierro goes, I don't have an opinion on unprofessional people like him and the fighter that Robert Garcia has. So I'm moving on to fight for this title and to give it my all on Saturday night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Well, fans, from the MGM Grand Garden Arena, Premier Boxing Champions continues with our fights. This time, we're going to bring in our fighters for the co-main event of the evening. It's a rematch, and highly anticipated is for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. It's brought to you by Samson Boxing, No Limit Boxing, and TGB Promotions. Let's bring our fighters out to the stage at this time. First, the boxing superstar from Sydney, Australia. Popular challenger, former WBO junior middleweight champion of the world, the Soul Taker, Tim Tszyu. And now we bring out his opponent from Coachella, California, the defending WBC Super Welterweight World Champion and boxing phenom, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. As our fighters are getting ready, let's bring our fighters to the scale at this time. The weight limit is 154 pounds. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Indeed, it's a rematch. We all remember their first encounter and are looking forward to this rematch. First, with a record of 25 wins, 2 losses with 18 knockouts. He's the former WBO junior middleweight world champion, the current world rank challenger. Tomorrow night he is seeking revenge. Here is the Soul Taker, Tim Tszyu. $153.2 pounds, 153.2 pounds for Tim Tszyu. And now with a record of 22 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw with 14 knockouts, the former unified world champion, the current reigning and defending WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora weighs in at a ready 152.6 pounds, 152.6. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. A rematch after their memorable encounter for the world title. Once again, they're putting it on for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Sebastian Fundora versus Tim Tszyu. And now let's hear from both of the fighters. Hand over the microphone duties to the International Boxing Hall of Famer, Jim Gray.
All right, thank you, Jimmy Lennon. Let's start here with Tim. Tim, you had the cut in the first fight. What will be different in this fight, and what did you learn from that defeat?
He should have killed me the first time.
You said that the defeat has freed you up of fear. Can you explain that?
I'm coming back with relentlessness, with this pursuit of a world title, and Fundora's the man in charge of that.
Yet there seems to be a lot of respect.
Of course, we're professional boxers. We know what it's about, but mark my words now, where there's no more respect now.
Tim, best of luck. Thanks for your time. Sebastian, good to see you, sir. Like wearing that belt. Likewise, the same question from you. You earned the victory. What did you learn in that victory, and can you be successful with the same strategy?
Absolutely. There's only one word to say. I didn't learn anything, or one quote to say, and that's all I gotta say is, it's time for silence and violence.
Silence and violence. That's what you're gonna leave us with?
That's all I need to say.
Yet he says respect, and you have that respect as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, this is a sport we all want the same thing. We all want to become champion, but this is a competition sport, and I plan to win.
All right, we'll see you after the silence and the violence. Thanks. Yeah. Sebastian Fundora.
Certainly, we have a fantastic international crowd joining us here for the weigh-in, and indeed following us tomorrow and joining us for the big fight card, including a star-studded attraction from free on Prime to the pay-per-view on Prime. We have a great night scheduled for us tomorrow. And at this time, we have a very special guest I'd like to bring out to the stage at this time. He is a film and television star and truly one of today's premier stand-up comedians. You can catch one of his 5 or all 5 of his specials on Netflix, and you might be able to catch him as he is headlining in March at SoFi Stadium. It's almost sold out, but we are honored to have joining us today. Please welcome the wildly popular funny man, Jo Koy.
Ooh. Make some noise, you guys. This is gonna be the fight right here. This weekend is, it's fully stacked, but the GOAT is back. The GOAT is back. This is gonna be fight number 16 right here at the MGM Grand. This is officially Manny Pacquiao's house. I said it first, by the way. They better put a flag up there that says Bahay ko ito, Manny Pacquiao, right here. It's gonna be beautiful.
Joe, great to have you with us. Let me bring you over here. We got a spot for you right here. Hey, listen, welcome to Big Time Boxing and the official Pacquiao versus Barrios weigh-in stage. What makes this occasion so special for you?
You're seeing the GOAT come back, and there's a bunch of people in here that ain't doubting it. I think we got a lot of people that are gonna put some money on it, like me. You got a guy that carried this sport for a long time, and you're gonna see a beautiful weekend. This is like, I've been waiting for this one.
No question. We were talking backstage at your mother, of course, as we all know, are Filipino.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you growing up? Tell us about that.
Well, when you're Filipino, you're always looking for some type of, something that you can be, proud to brag about. And Manny Pacquiao was that man for us. He held that flag up high for us. We couldn't wait to go back to work and talk about the fight that you just witnessed. You saw him fight De La Hoya. You saw him fight Morales, Barrera. You saw him fight everybody, and we were proud of that. And that's what he meant to us. Like, it was just our bragging right.
Well deserved, no question about it. Something big to brag about as well.
Yes.
Now, you're no stranger to big crowds. You perform before tens of thousands live audience. What is the energy? How does it change for you here? What's the difference between a big show that you put on and the energy of a Manny Pacquiao fight?
It's completely different. We're going to see 2 warriors go at it, man. The energy that's inside these arenas is just unbelievable, and I can't wait for tomorrow. Manny always brings it. There's never been a fight where you're not disappointed. We can't wait for this one. By the way, the whole card is stacked, man. Like Tim Tszyu versus Figueroa, like that's crazy. And then of course, we got some more Filipinos on the fight, on the card. We got Manny and Barrios. This is going to be the best fight of the weekend. I can't wait.
You know, I forgot to ask you, speaking of your mother, is she a Pacquiao fan also?
Of course. It's mandatory if you're Filipino to be a Pacquiao fan. It's mandatory. It's absolutely mandatory. If you're not, get the fuck out of here. Leave now. He makes us so proud. It's that my mom doesn't watch fighting until Manny's on. Then all of a sudden, she's ringside. Punch him like that. Block. My God, jab. So it's fun.
Las Vegas is very much a home to you for many years. You've been to big fights here. I know you're a big fight fan.
Yep.
What makes a Manny Pacquiao fight here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena extra special?
We get to walk in with Pacquiao merch. You know what I mean? You got Filipino flags over there. Like, it feels good to be represented. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels good to walk in and cheer and be around us. And it's fun to see someone bring a culture up and a community up, and yeah, that's what this is. You're gonna see it, watch. You're gonna see a lot of flags being waved tomorrow night, so I can't wait to wave it.
Well, you bring the culture up, and we appreciate you being here with us this afternoon. You're just fantastic, and we look forward to seeing you ringside at the fights tomorrow. Thanks for being here, Jo Koy. Have a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand Garden Arena, Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening at our weigh-in, and is brought to you by MP Promotions along with TGB Promotions. And we are sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, The Crown is Yours, and Universal Studios Nobody 2. Only in theaters. That's on August the 15th is when it opens. It's time to bring out our fighters for Pacquiao versus Barrios in the main event of the evening. Please welcome them as they make their way to the stage. First, we invite the defending world champion from San Antonio, Texas. He's a 2-division champion of the world, the current defending WBC welterweight champion of the world. Please welcome El Azteca, Mario Barrios. And now we invite his opponent to the stage, really needing no introduction the world over. From the Sarangani province in the Philippines, the Boxing Hall of Famer, the 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pacman Pacquiao!
Everybody wants to see greatness. Look at us. Pacquiao not short. 30,000 people. Who's going to get on stage?
Here he is, boxing's pride of the Philippines, Manny Pacman Pacquiao. Okay, let's bring our fighters to the scale at this time. The main event of the evening is scheduled 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. Weight limit is 147 pounds. I think Mario is ready to step onto the scale with a record of 29 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw. He has 18 knockouts. He's a 2-division world champion, the reigning and defending WBC welterweight champion of the world, El Azteca, Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios weighs in at 146.2 pounds, 146.2. And now his opponent challenging for the title, the pride of boxing, the pride of the Philippines, the one and only Manny Pacman Pacquiao. 146.8 pounds for the Pacman, 146.8 for Manny Pacman Pacquiao. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the last time they will face each other before they meet in the center of the ring tomorrow night for the main event for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. Manny Pacman Pacquiao versus El Azteca Mario Barrios. And now let's hear more from our fighters. Once again, I send it over to Jim Gray.
Mario, come on in. The champion. Mario, you're the champion, yet this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How do you approach this to have the opportunity to beat a living legend?
I'm approaching it the same way I have all of my other fights. I treated it, as just another title defense. Manny, has accomplished, so much, but it's my time now.
Do you feel that this is more something that you will look back on in the future as an accomplishment as opposed to trying to take in all of the hoopla right now?
100%. This is crazy. Shout out, to all the Filipino fans here. Shout out to a toda mi gente mexicano que está aquí. Viva la raza! But yeah, no, this is huge for me, for my career. Yeah, man, I'm excited to step in there tomorrow.
Best of luck, champion. Mario, we look forward to tomorrow night. Thank you. Mario Barrios, let's bring in now the Pacman, Manny Pacquiao. Manny, before we start this interview, I want you to take a look up here in the rafters, right next to the American flag. 3, 2, 1. He's back. You will now be the man who has fought the most right here at the MGM Grand Garden, number 16. More than anybody in history, Tyson, Mayweather, all of the great fights that have come in here. When you see that banner up, you've gone into the Hall of Fame. You've won in 8 divisions, 12 titles. You have everything. What made you decide that you wanted to do this again?
First of all, I would like to, I'm so happy because I'm back, and I'm back because of boxing is my passion. I miss boxing, and I'm so thankful to God because until now, He gave me the strength, keep me safe, and give me good health. That's why Manny Pacquiao is still here, and I'm back.
The last man who said I'm back was Michael Jordan. He came back and he won 3 titles. Are you channeling some of that?
Well, this comeback is dedicated to the Lord my God that I'm serving.
Final thought. It's been 4 years since you've been hit. How do you prepare for everything that you've known in your past life but haven't been used to the past 4 years?
You know, those 4 years in the past that I retired in boxing, I really miss boxing, and it's good for my body because I'm able to give my body rest for 4 years because I've been in boxing for how many decades, since when I was 12. So until now, so good for my body to rest for 4 years, and now I'm back. I'm excited to the fight. I'm really hungry to win again the fight and give the fans a good fight. And I know, and I know the fans they're waiting for a good fight. I know Barrios is working hard, but that's our job. That's our job to entertain the crowd, to give you a good fight, and to satisfy on Saturday night. That's our job.
Manny, best of luck. You're a legend, a living legend, and everybody's looking forward to your performance tomorrow night.
Thank you. God bless.
All right, Manny Pacquiao. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the promotional team, we thank you very much for your attendance here at our weigh-in. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Doors open at 12:45 p.m. For those diehard fans, you can join us early. Free on Prime, starting at 2:30 and 5 o'clock local time is when we begin our pay-per-view, and that's 8 p.m. in the East. Once again, on behalf of Premier Boxing Champions, thank you very much, and have an enjoyable afternoon. Goodbye, everybody.